Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Civilization 6 series. Or maybe I should say series of series, because I have decided, now that they've probably released every civilization they're going to release in this game, and the next time we hear anything about Civilization, most likely will be Civ 7 or whatever comes next. I can't imagine they're going to release any more DLCs for Civilization 6. If they do, cool, happy surprise. But because I don't think they will, I've decided that I'm going to try and play through every single leader in Civilization 6. So this is going to be a series of series. We'll see how far I can get before the next iteration of something related to Civilization comes out. Let me just jump into the game real quick and I will show you a little bit more of what I'm talking about. Here is the Hall of Fame screen where you can see the victories that I have in Civilization. I've only got 9 victories since the Gathering Storm came out. Now, obviously, I have other victories before that, but only 9 since Gathering Storm. There's a couple other leaders that I've played as. I've played as Hojo. I've played as Mansa Musa. I've played as Pachacudi. It looks like I've played as Poundmaker. A couple others that I've played as, but I've only got 9 total victories here. Actually, I think one of these actually have double victory before, don't I? Nope, just 9. So yeah, 9 total victories here. I don't even have a religious victory or a score victory, so I don't know if I'll ever get a score victory, to be honest. It sounds kind of boring. But anyway, so 9 out of the 58 total leaders have I actually beat the game as. I've got a lot of work cut out for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here at top left. So you guys already know I'm going to be playing as Alexander in this first game. And we're just going to go through these. If I get to a leader that I've already won a game as, I'm going to use that as an opportunity to play one of the game modes. There's 8 game modes. I've won as 9. You know, somewhere in there, I might do something different, but we'll at least get a game mode for each of these leaders that I've already played a victory as with Gathering Storm. So that'll be my excuse to play the game modes. But until then, yeah, like I said, 58 total leaders. That's including 2 Kublai Khans, 2 Teddy Roosevelts, and 2 Eleanors. So take that for what you will. But I will be playing as both sides of those just to kind of get a little bit of different take on things. But like I said, let's get back into this. We're going to start off with Alexander here. And I'm excited. I think I'm going to have fun. How far can we actually get? We're not gonna be able to finish all of them. If I played one civ or one leader per week, it would take me a year to get through this, plus, you know, a little bit more than a year. My games take more than a week, as you guys know. So it is, I'm not gonna get through all of these, but it would be cool if I could get through, you know, a third of them. Maybe I get through 20. Maybe I get through, you know, 25 of them. That would be half of them. Ooh, I don't know if I can get through 25. Maybe 20. We'll see how far I get before the next civilization comes out. But let's get things rolling here. So we're going to start with a brand new game here with obviously Alexander here. I like these random leader pools that we can pull in. Obviously, we're going to be playing on a Deity difficulty. I like playing on epic game speed a lot, but a lot of my most recent games I've been playing in standard. I could speed this up to a quick, and that would let me get more games in. Things would go so incredibly quickly, though. And it would make it harder for military victories, because if the game goes quicker, that means the other civilizations can get to victory sooner. And military victories, you have to be very, very strategic. Honestly, you know what? Let's make military victories a little bit harder. Let's go quick game speed, 33% faster. I don't normally play this fast, but let's try it. With Alexander, obviously he's got 2 different military units. He's going to be very domination focused. I mean, he can go for some of the other victory types, because obviously he does get a little bit of extra science. He does get free inspirations for Eurekas. Which does help, but I think that's more to balance him to go for that domination victory than anything. So we're going to keep him on some sort of big land map for sure, I think. What kind of land map do we want to put him on? I actually don't know. And we can always do like a true start location, but I'm not a huge fan of true start locations, because then you know where everybody's at that point. I mean, like a Pangaea would be just one huge landmass. Why not? We're gonna go domination. Let's do Pangaea and go for there. Again, no game modes because I have not beat a game with him. We'll leave disaster intensity on the default of 2. And like I said, wow, quick game. I've never done a quick game before. So that does mean the map size. Do I go back to standard for map size? Is that too small or too big for this speed of game? No, we'll go standard. We'll try it out. I like standard. I like that number of leaders, and we'll see what we can do there. So 12 city states, 2. Everything else looks good. But let's get into our game as Alexander.
The first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Great warlord Alexander, beneath your sword shall Macedonia spread throughout the world. Every kingdom shall be a unique challenge to overcome, but the rewards will be great if you remain true and brave. Turn away from peace, for there is no way to establish your legacy but from conquering vast lands. Charge, Alexander, and lead your people to glory.
Lead your people to glory. All right, there we go. To World's End is the first bonus he has. Cities do not incur war weariness, so that's pretty big deal. That allows us to basically stay at war all the time, and we won't have to worry about the unhappiness from that. All military units heal completely when this player captures a city with a World Wonder, which does mean we want the other players to build World Wonders so that we can get that free heal, but we can't necessarily depend on that. So we might have to be a little bit strategic, like plan out our attacks based on which cities do have World Wonders. But honestly, this is going to be a bonus that nice to have, not something we can really depend on. Hellenistic fusion. Goodness, I can't talk. Receive boosts upon city conquest of a Eureka for each encampment or campus. So if they've got both, well, I guess we'll get two in the conquered city, and an inspiration for each holy site or theater square. So that gives us some options to get some free Eurekas and free inspirations just by taking out cities. And we are going to be taking out lots of cities with Alexander here. He's at the Hetairoi, Hypaspist, and the Basilikoi Paides. Let's see what those are once we get into the aim here. Here we go. So the Hetairoi is a unique heavy cavalry unit that replaces the horseman. It's got an additional +5 combat strength when adjacent to a great general, so it's going to be very important for us to get great generals. We do get +5 great general points when killing an enemy unit, so that's going to be how we get our great generals. And it starts with 1 free promotion, which cannot be overlooked. That is usually pretty awesome to have. Hypaspist, Macedonian unique melee unit replaces the swordman. So we're going to have a replacement for a swordman and a replacement for swordsman. Good 1-2 punch. +5 combat strength when besieging districts. So obviously that's going to be our main unit for taking out the districts. And +50% additional support bonus. And then they've got the Basilikoi Paides, a unique unit, a building unique to Macedon, +25% combat experience for all melee ranged units and Hetairoi trained in this city. So that's really good to cover both types of units that we have. Gain science equal to 25% of the unit's cost when a non-civilian unit is created in the city. So we get science just by building military units. Our strategic resource stockpiles increased by +10, which I think that's just normal for a barracks type building. I guess this one actually replaces the stables technically. So there we go. Really, really good, strong military based leader. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun there. Pretty good start here from a growth standpoint. We're going to get a lot of good food growth. Not necessarily a lot of good, strong production until we can get some lumber mills set up in either the jungles here or the forests. So that's not going to be huge, unfortunately. We do have a couple copper, though. That'll help a little bit. But really not a huge amount of production without more plains type tiles, unfortunately. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be able to work through this. I mean, the food's going to help a lot, to be honest. We're going to have big cities, at least our capital for sure, which will help us get more production that way. Let's go ahead and move you over to the amber. See what's over here. Nothing over there. We are going to settle in place, I think. Yeah, I mean, we got 3 really good tiles nearby. Plus, we're next to the water here, so we're going to have the freshwater bonus. I mean, I could move over closer to the river, but honestly, I think with the 3 tiles that we have available to work for us, plus a 3 food here tile here, not terrible, to be honest. So let's go ahead and build this here. It will remove the rainforest, but I am okay with that. And let's go ahead and jump into our research. We do need to get to our bonuses as soon as possible. So here's our Hypaspist, and there's our Hetairoi. So we want to get over to the classical era as soon as humanly possible and start working towards that. We're not going to have to worry about science quite as much because we do get the bonus for building units and getting science from that. So that is something to think about. Maybe we can avoid campuses altogether, quite frankly. I mean, we're going to get campuses from the cities that we take, right? In theory. We don't need sailing. We're going to ignore religion, to be honest. I mean, if we happen to get something, okay, but I'm not worried about it. So I think figuring out where horses are will be a pretty big deal, right? Do we still need horses for these guys? Yes, we do. We need 10 horses for each one of those. So we're going to need to find out where the horses are. So let's go ahead and come over here and pick up animal husbandry right away. Figure out where we can build our next cities to take advantage of that. All right, let's go ahead and grab us a scout. We know we're on a Pangaea map, so we're going to have lots of room to explore. We'll pick up the scout first and then probably move right into, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and, I don't usually do this, but I think it's going to be a good idea to go ahead and pick up our queue. And let's go ahead and move into a slinger right after that. And then once we get the slinger, we'll probably plan on building either a builder or a settler, depending on where we are with the population. Although in 5 turns, just after the scout gets finished, we will be at 2 pops. So honestly, I'm going to plan towards a settler, which we can't put in right yet because of the population. So we'll plan on that. As far as builders or units that are, sorry, units. As far as our workers here, our population, I mean, yes, I would love the gold, and the gold is huge. And this is five points versus only 3 here. Normally, I'd like to grow faster. We are going to get a lot of growth anyway, just because we just have a lot of food on all our tiles. So I actually think I'm okay with working that tile for now. Getting a little bit extra gold up front. Maybe that'll help us buy a worker as opposed, or a builder, or whatever, as opposed to, and that way we can go straight into that settler after the scout and the archer. All right, let's go for it. It's going to be a quick game. 330 turns as opposed to the normal 500. So a lot quicker than I normally am used to. Doesn't mean things are going to be building faster. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, we already found a city-state here. Now, this is a game where we're not playing with any of the game modes. So this is not a city-state or none of the barbarian encampments or anything like that are going to turn into city-states like we did in the last game mode. But we will have straight-up city-states floating about. They want us to train a galley. Good luck with that. We might have to take some of these city-states. We'll have to think about it. Obviously, we're not going to take one this early because they have walls and we don't have a way to down those right this second. But we'll think about it. I mean, Candid isn't a really powerful... It's not a really powerful city-state for us. It's not really going to help us that much. But we'll take a little bit of extra faith early on, I guess. All right, there's our scouts. We're going to send him off to the east. We're already building our slinger. We're about to get our second pop. We could swap off the slinger as soon as we get the second pop and start building our settler right away if we wanted to. It is an option. I'm going to go ahead and bring this guy down here. I'm probably going to cut across the river here in a moment and start swinging back. We want to basically be able to protect ourselves from barbarians and stuff. Simon Bolivar, Grand Colombia. Simon is pretty fun to play as. We've played as him already. Sure. We'll be... Okay, so he's over here to our southwest. It's going to be a bit hard to get to him, but we definitely want to try and take him out before he can get rolling with his commandants. There's Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong might actually be worthwhile being production-based. We aren't going to do that many city projects, but we'll be able to get a little bit of production from putting some envoys there, so that'll be good. We got furs down there. That's a really strong tile. Spices down here is not too bad. Hello, scout. Kind of want to deal with this scout as soon as humanly possible. I really don't want him to come over here and find our city and be able to run away. So I might actually take this attack. Gonna slow down our exploration a little bit, but I really want to get rid of him as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and finish the slinger since we do have a scout coming in already. Just in case the barbarians start spawning up. We want to be able to protect ourselves a bit. Let's go and grab mining. Do we have any horses? We do have horses right next to us. Awesome. I assumed we would because I think he has a bit of a horse bias, but I was not 100% sure. And it is good to see those. I'll just move around along the river down here before I cut all the way back. We're going to have our slinger in 1 turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you keep moving a little bit. There is our barbarian encampment right there. Oh, we've got Caesar really close. Wow. We've got a couple fairly hostile people pretty close to us. And he's really, really close. All right. Well, that's fun.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
Now, as I mentioned before, it's going to make it a little bit harder from a conquest standpoint with the speed of the game. Because the slower the game, usually the better for conquest. Because no matter how many turns you have, if you have 50 tiles to get from you to the next city, whatever, let's say 10 tiles, that's probably more reasonable, then it's going to take you 10 steps, you know? And if it's a fast speed game, then that 10 steps takes up more game time. You know what I mean? Versus if it's a really slow game, then that 10 steps is very little game time. So it does make it a little bit harder to win a domination with the faster game speed, but I think we're still going to be okay. We're going to go ahead and grab the unit combat versus barbarians, since we do know we have barbarians close. We're going to grab the gold and faith, because again, we would like to build, or sorry, I should say buy a builder as soon as we can. Hopefully we're working both of the gold tiles here. Let's see here. Oh, we're working that tile. Actually, I do like the extra production. That's probably the right move. Probably the right move. All right, we're going to move this slinger out. See if we can chase down this scout, get the boost from killing a unit with a slinger. And we're going to go for... Doesn't really matter. We don't have either of these. I'm going to start working towards foreign trade. Hope that we can find another continent before we pop that and go from there. We're going to go ahead and go right into a settler, I think. I really want to get a second city up and running, especially with a couple really aggro guys near me. We know that those guys are going to be coming after us pretty soon. Don't really want to go next to him. I'm going to stop right there, and we'll go probably across the river here in a second. Oh, he's already got 2 cities up and running. Not a huge surprise, but still a little bit, you know, to see, you know. We got Chengueti or whatever here. International domestic trade routes receive +1 faith for every follower in the city of your founded or majority religion. So it doesn't have to be founded by us, just whatever religion we have. So we can let somebody else found the religion and kind of go from there. There's a forest fire. Where? There? Burning rainforest. Okay, yeah. So there's forest fire right there. Civic boost for philosophy. Good stuff. New city-state quest. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's keep moving you along the river. Get you back home. I want to go chase down that guy, but I just want to get a kill somewhere. Don't know where he ran off to. Ooh, looks like we have a potential natural wonder up here. So we might actually poke up there and see what's going on up that way. I'm going to bring you down this way and see what's down here, since we know that there's some cities, stuff like that over there. All right, let's just keep going along the river. We'll explore this little plot here, and we'll come back north to our city. In fact, actually, we'll probably just bring him all the way across to this encampment and see what we can do about going after that. Let's go see what this wanderer is. Oh, Singa. Singi de Maraha.
Massive obelisks riddled with jagged spears, and yes, they will cut your pretty face.
Cut your pretty face. Wow, it's aggressive. One tile impassable natural wonder provides culture and science to adjacent tiles. Not bad. So definitely another potential spot for a city. I want to move you up here. Maybe the scout will attack me. I doubt it, but if he does, that would help us out quite a bit. I assume Pangaea has more than one continent on the map, right? I hadn't really thought about it, but my assumption is that it would. I don't think we're going to be able to catch that guy. Man, there's a horses even over there as well. Let's explore around this thing, because this is going to be a really good natural wonder to settle near. Another fire right next to the other one.
When you find yourself in a hole, quit digging.
All right, let's move this guy up this way. We're going to move you back down. Probably coming down this way to come back through here to go back to his encampment, which appears to have been removed by probably Rome, is my guess. We already have the natural wonder for astrology, but we just don't really need any of this stuff. Pottery could be useful. Although we do have a decent amount of food already. Let's start working on archery. We are going to need archery, probably. We will. I'm going to swap off that before it finishes, though. Looks like we got one more turn on forward trade, I think. Maybe 2. And we have not found a goodie hut yet. There's the burned down forest area. I'm just going to bring you back home so you can at least escort the settler, if nothing else. We'll bring you up here to explore up there a little bit. Like I said, I really need to figure out where my second city's going to be. We'll just keep exploring with you. That'll work. It's like one more turn on foreign trade, then we can swap off of that. Choose a Pantheon. Yes. All right. We don't care about Tundra. We're probably not going to be doing holy sites, so we don't care about that one. River Goddess could be useful. We don't care about Wonders. Divine Spark, not super useful for us. For Marsh, Oasis, and Desert Floodplains, we don't care about that necessarily. Although we do have some marsh here, don't we? So we do have a couple marsh. Actually, some production from marsh. It only helps with the marsh, but there is a little bit of marsh floating around here. I say it only helps with marsh because we don't have any oasis or desert floodplains nearby. But, I mean, a little bit of production for a couple of these spots. Not a lot, though. Production from fishing boats doesn't really help us that much. Culture from pastures. We are going to have some pastures, at least one for the horses. Not a lot there. Probably something for mines. +2 faith in mines over luxury and bonus resources. That could help. So we do have some things to mine, and we could use the faith for buying military units. +1 production and +1 faith from improved strategic resources. Ah, well, there we go. Strategic resources would be like the horses. You can get some extra production and faith from that. That's all I'm seeing so far. We haven't revealed anything else. That's why. Culture from plantations. More production towards ancient and classic military units. Now, that would help us get our military units up and running, to be fair. That's actually not bad at all. That might be what we should go with, because we really did get a lot of our military units up and running, and that would help us out quite a bit. Because both of our military units are classic, right? We already looked. Classic. Hypaspist and Hetairoi. So, plus it'll help us with catapults, right? I assume. So I think that's the direction we're going to go. I never go this direction, but we're really hoping to do a lot of early game conquest here. So we definitely want to get something that will incentivize us towards that. All right, let's go for it. I've never taken that one before. Oh, hello. Thank you for stopping near us so we can get our boost for archery. Go ahead and finish up archery as is, since we already have the boost towards producing those anyway. That will help out a lot. Oh, hello. Goody hut. Just as I was complaining about not having one. All right, let's swap off foreign trade, pick up craftsmanship. Do we have enough for a builder? I don't think so, although it is cheaper because of the game speed. 130. So we are 2 turns away. Hopefully I remember. Really like to settle up there. It's also something to be said for forward settling up here to go after Rome a little bit more. Maybe save this one for a late settle. Settling here would not be bad. It gets us near stone, which gives a little bit of early production. Gets us near the spices here. Cattle's nearby, furs nearby. Plus, it's a little bit of a forward settle towards Rome, but across a river from Rome. So, well, unless they come around, obviously, but they'd have to go through woods and stuff. But really, if they're coming from this direction, they kind of have to cut across the river to get at us. I'm actually not hating that. This one over here wouldn't be bad either. And that could be a little bit protected against Bogota, Colombia here. I think Rome is going to be our first target, to be honest. Although they do get an earlier unit. But I think they're going to be our first target. So I think forward settling down this way is going to be a better move. We could really forward settle down to this one. We would start losing some influence right away, though. Which makes that one dangerous, but it's a really good forward settle because we could cut across the river ourselves pretty easily. But it wouldn't be protected from this side. I think this is going to be a little bit better. Not quite as aggressive. Yeah, let's go down this way. I'm going to move the warrior down there. We are not going to buy build the builder. We're going to buy the builder. And so that means we're going to go straight into some other type of unit. Although, honestly, I kind of want to save some of my production cycles for some of these other units, like archers and things like that. So let's go ahead and I have to just go straight into another settler, to be honest. But that would be better served if we had one of the production boosts towards settlers. We can build slingers pretty quickly. You know, let's get another warrior. I think another warrior is going to be okay. Get a little bit of vision up here. We do have a little bit of coast up here, so we're going to be a little bit protected from that side of things. A little bit of gold. Perfect. That means we can get our builder right now. And that builder's going to be able to hook up the horses for sure. The copper, one of the copper, and probably the amber as well. And I think that'll be exactly what we want to do. New Barbarian Outpost right up there by us. Can we get up there and do any sort of damage to them without dying? Not very well, because we got some flat land before we get close to them. They would have a little bit of the advantage. I think we are going to... We're just going to keep exploring with you. Ooh, horses over here too. Whenever we get this warrior, I might send him up there to deal with those guys. All right, builder. Let's just do this one first. And then we'll do the horses after, and then I'll go from there. I'm actually going to auto-explore with you. Oh, I can pet my dog. Let's pet the dog. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Look, he's wagging his tail. He's happy. All right, sorry. That was fun. All right, we're going to auto-explore with you. That's going to be fine. And yeah, let's keep it going. Let's get our next city settled, and then I think I'll call this first episode there. So we'll get that going. Just going to get the mine here. It's going to get us a little bit more production, get us a mine boost. Nothing to swap off of here yet. I do want to start circling this guy back down, though, because if Rome starts coming after me, I'm going to need the units nearby. Looks like some of our rainforests have regrown better than they were before, so that's pretty awesome. So actually, that helps the city over here. Once they can branch out to these, get some extra really good food and production tiles. I'm not scared of expansion. I'm expanding right now. Oh, the forward settle. Does that mess us up? It does. Pretty big time. Pretty big time. We can settle right here, though. Still get some of the advantages. We obviously want to take out this city as soon as possible. Actually, that's where we wanted to settle before, but had the loyalty discount, or a penalty, I should say. So taking that city would not be a bad idea. So actually, we're going to move you to here. Plan to settle that right away. We're going to start moving you down because we definitely are going to need to come after this new city as soon as possible. Let's come over here and get our horses right away. And then we'll come back and get our amber. Don't know if we can get over there in time before we have to swap off craftsmanship. It's going to be tight. I mean, I would like another settler. But again, I really would like the bonus. You know what? We're going to have to come after... we're going to have to come after him. Oh, you know what? I just need to spend a moment of doing something. Because I want to get archers coming as soon as we can. We're just going to put 1 point into settler. Just to shave off some time later. Not a big deal. And then we will go from there. All right. You... kind of want to deal with this barbarian encampment. But I'm worried these two units. I mean, once we get archers, we're going to be a little bit more protected. We'll go ahead and send you up there. We're going to plan to send you down to here. That's still okay. And again, next turn, we'll settle our city. And that'll probably be our first episode for now. All right, there's archers. As we pass through, we will turn him into an archer. I do want to immediately build us an archer as well, though. And picking up this will help us out even more. We just need to get another tile improved. Honestly, can I just settle it? I might just improve this tile here. I mean, I'd like the luxury resource, obviously, but I want to get something, another tile improved right away so we can go right into a gauge here and pick up the extra boost for our military because we're going to need it super duper quick in a hurry. I mean, I would love to find a boost for bronze working. I don't see that happening right now. Let's go ahead and put some points into it. What exactly is your unit again? That's what I wanted. I want to go here. Rome. Your unit is the Legion. That is a replacement for swordman. Okay. And 40 melee strength. It does have a build charge, which means you can build roads right. Oh no, builds Roman forts. Why did I think roads? Roads, didn't they build roads in, was it Civ 5 that they built roads? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. So they can build some forts out here, which will help them be defensive. 40 melee strength is pretty tough. We are going to be at, what's our melee strength? Actually doesn't say. So let's go look at Alexander real quick. Because we have a swordsman replacement too, so that's going to help us out a lot. But this is our cavalry or our horseman replacement, I should say. He's at a 36 melee strength, so it's not super duper strong, but he does get stronger if we can get some great general points and go from there. But Alexander himself has Alexander, sorry, the civilization is the one that has the Hypaspist, and it is a 38 melee strength initially, but it does get +5 when besieging each other. So it is going to be weaker than the Legion, just straight up. But in ones we're attacking the city, it'll have a little bit of a boost. Not great to have that weakness in the open field, but that's where our archers are going to have to come in and help us out a little bit. All right. You just chill for a minute. We're just going to keep an eye on you. You're going to build this city just so we can have that rolling. Get us another option for building some units. We are going to need to go to town right away. Oof. You're going to go ahead and build us an archer. I do need to get you working production tiles. In fact, I really would love to buy out to this tile over here. Is that more important than getting an archer? Buying this tile might be. Because that's 2 production plus a lot of food. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's worth it. I mean, I would love to buy it after these, but that was obviously a better tile overall. So we'll grab that. That'll help us produce a bit quicker. It hasn't updated yet. Oh, actually, it has our workers. No, it's not working yet. No, he is. So it just hasn't updated yet. Once we get a gauche here, that'll help us build this even faster. All right, we got our first city founded. 2 cities down. We need to get more. Obviously, one way to get more is to go and conquer them. We definitely see some... Oh, wow. Rome is actually under attack right now as we speak. His military is pretty strong, though, so I don't know who's actually attacking him. We might have to swing up there and see. But that might be our time to start really building up, go after an attack on him if he's under attack already. But expect some really quick conquest here, definitely against Rome right away, and then we'll have to go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed this very first episode of a new series maybe. We'll see how far we can get. Let me know in the comments below, how far do you think I'm going to get before we get something else civilization ready, related, I should say, actually in our hands. I don't mean just like an announcement, because obviously that there's still time after that, but actually in our hands. How far do you think I'll get through all of the leaders? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please like this first episode. It always helps the channel out quite a bit and makes things a lot better and helps me out, helps me know that you enjoy this. So I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye.